Shouts out to the pack. It is Pack here. We've had a pretty long year when it comes to roster updates, and we're looking like we're gonna get to one of the last ones pretty damn soon. What I do in today's video is I always try to talk about the players that I think need an update in the newest roster update for NBA 2K22. So that's what I'm going to do in today's video. Before the video starts, if you like the channel, please give it a sub and leave a like in the video to help the video grow. Let's get this video started. The first player to me that needs an upgrade is, again, Jayson Tatum. I talked about him last time. I'm going to talk about him again. He did get an upgrade. He got a +1, but the team is playing very well, and he's been averaging a crap ton of points ever since the All-Star break. To me, I don't see a world where he's not a 90 overall. He fits the criteria. Right? He has everything that you could ask for from a 90 overall. He has done that and then some. So 90 overall, and I wouldn't even be upset if he was a 91 overall. That's my personal opinion. This next player is someone I've complained about a couple times. For the Clippers, it is Reggie Jackson. So Reggie Jackson, to me, has been the best player on this team all season, and he's never been the highest rated player on the Clippers once. Now, of course, we're ignoring Kawhi, Norman Powell, and Paul George, right? But Marcus Morris right now is the best player, and Zubac are tied. However, to me, it is still Reggie Jackson. Even if he's only a 79 overall or an 80 overall, that's fine. But he has to be the highest rated player on this team. The best scorer, the best playmaker. No one else on this team can say they're the best at anything in general because this team's bad in terms of talent. And Reggie Jackson's been leading them. And they're looking like they're going to make the playoffs, which is like impressive for this team. And Reggie Jackson's been the reason. So I think it is dumb for him to not have that playoff position rating. Next player that's been pretty disrespected is Tyler Herro. So this has been the leading scorer for the Miami Heat this season. That's nuts to say. He's been the by far leading scorer for the team in the last 10 games and ever since the All-Star break. He is a bucket. And even though it's mostly all he does, a bucket's a bucket. And points are always going to be more focused when it comes to ratings. And to me, this might be an unpopular opinion, I don't know a leading scorer for a good team to ever not be at least the second best player. I've never seen the highest scorer be the third best player, ever. So if that's the case, Tyler Herro to me is at least tied with Bam. He is the best scorer on the team by far. This is one of the best teams in the East. Conversation closed to me. That's like it. There's no debate after that to me. Speaking of leading scorer, Terry Rozier. So Terry Rozier has also been a bucket. In fact, after the All-Star break, he's been the leading scorer on this team by far. This team should be able to make the playoffs. And yes, LaMelo Ball is the best player on the team, and I think Miles Bridges is the best. Oh man, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. I think LaMelo Ball is the best talent on the team. I think Miles Bridges is the best player, arguably, but I think the best scorer is Terry Rozier. And the same argument I've had for Tyler Herro is the same with Terry Rozier. If you're leading the team in scoring and you're a solid team, you should at least be tied as the second best player, minimum. So Terry Rozier, same thing. Scary Terry deserves it. I think a super easy one to talk about right now is Spencer Dinwiddie. So I'm excited to bring him up because this team, the Mavericks, I thought them trading for Dinwiddie was a mistake because I was like, listen, you have KP, and even though he struggles when it comes to injuries, he's clearly a all-star level talent, and you need that kind of help for Luka, right? But when you remove that all-star level talent with Dinwiddie, who was struggling with the Wizards, I was like, I don't know if that's a good idea. Well, that shut us all up because Dinwiddie has been fantastic. He had that crazy game winner against the Nets, and they've been playing well ever since he joined the team. So, I mean, any hate you have, you got to shut it up. Dinwiddie has been the second best player ever since he got to the team. Now, that might be a change in a couple weeks if Brunson starts picking it up, but like Spencer Dinwiddie, as of today, is the second best player on the Mavericks, which, to be fair, isn't that hard. A quick one is Kyrie. He's putting up insane numbers. I'm not trying to make excuses, but like, yeah, you're going to put up good numbers if you barely ever have to play. You're always rested, all that kind of stuff. Personal opinion. But he's still a bucket. He's still fantastic, and he still deserves to at least, if you're putting up numbers like you are, even if you're only playing a couple games, you still deserve to be talked about. +1 for Kyrie, I think, easy, right? Now, for the Nuggets, this one's going to be kind of random, but I really believe this one. For the Denver Nuggets, I believe that Bones Highland is the second best player on the Nuggets. Now, I've only watched a couple Nuggets games, and I don't really look at the Nuggets Reddit or the team's opinion or the fans' opinion, right? Y'all can think whatever y'all want. Obviously, the easy answer is to say Aaron Gordon is the second best player on this team, or even Monte Morris. Nikola Jokic is by far the best player on this team. If you look at their stats, the next leading scorer is Aaron Gordon with 13 points per game, but he plays like 33 minutes a game. Bones Highland also averages 13 points per game, and he plays 20 minutes a game. I don't know why this guy doesn't get more minutes. I mean, I'm sure he has problems, maybe defensively, but he is a bucket, and I think he deserves a rating of a bucket. At least a 78, so that the next roster update, if he continues, he can go up to an 80. That's what I think should happen. Quick one with the Pistons, Marvin Bagley III. So he's been a struggle for a long time for his career now, even though he's only 22. It's feel like it's been a while since he's been in the league. He's been struggle city. Now on the Pistons, he's kind of given the freedom to play his game, and we're seeing it pay off a little bit. And while he's playing better, I'm not saying he should be an 80, but he should be like a 78. He's definitely improving. So I think it deserves to be noticed. That's all. A pretty important one, I've talked about this one already. It's the same thing with Jayson Tatum. It's the same thing with Karl Anthony Towns. How is this team one of the better teams in the West? They're playing very well lately. He is leading his team in almost every category, playing out of his mind, and he's not a 90 overall. I've talked about this a lot. You know my opinion, but I feel very strongly about Cat. To say that he's not a 90 overall is kidding yourself. So that needs to change immediately. And the final player, the name that we've said so many times is hilarious, but we say him again. Jordan Poole. We've said his name so many times this season, whether it be we needed a face scan change, a hair change, or a rating change. Here he is again. He has been the leading scorer for the Warriors in the last 10 games, believe it or not, which is crazy. He's been playing very well. Now, obviously, he's not going to have a higher rating than Curry, Wiggins, Thompson, or Green. But Kuminga should not have the same rating as him. A Jordan Poole 81 overall is a legitimate ask. And I think that, and more than anything, I'm just happy that he's playing so well. And even though the Warriors are kind of rickety right now, to be fair, they're battling injuries pretty hard. So at the end of the day, the constant for this team has been Jordan Poole playing well, and he's still doing it. So that is my opinion of players that need an absolute rating upgrade tomorrow, right? Well, it's going to come out on Thursday. So be ready for that change. I'm excited. Tell me if you think there's any player that needs a change. Leave it in the comments below. And if you like the channel, please give it a sub. And I'll see you guys next time. If you want all the latest news of NBA 2K and also NBA in general, you should follow me on my Twitter account at PackHoopsYT. Not only that, I do giveaways all the time when it comes to VC, games, and also even consoles. So check it out, follow me, and see you there.